Alrighty, so I wanted to go over my settings for Funky Friday, as well as my keybinds for playing the game, because a lot of people are genuinely curious. I made a video using a controller only, and since then I've changed most of my uh, actual UI changed. I haven't really changed my keybinds. I still use the same ones that I did a month ago. Yeah. So let me go to them right here. I have my secondary character as myself, and I have a decal ID. You'll see that when I go into the solo mode. Great thing, so I can record this video. And then I have the first three options set to on. I want Spectate Mode on, so I can see if I walk up to another stage. Like if I do this, it'll show all the notes coming up from the back what the other two opponents are playing against. So it's just a nice little feature to have that I decided to keep on. Materials is the materials. I keep them on because it puts shadows on a lot of places, and it keeps the place a lot darker. I don't want it to be very bright. Shadows, I obviously want to keep on, like I said, because darkness. The props, however, I keep off. The props include cars. It's mainly just cars. I don't like them. They get intrusive, and they look kinda don't really use them. I keep info bar on because it's just a nice little bar at the bottom that tells you exactly what your hit accuracy is and all that. But hide players off stage, I keep on. A lot of people just have this set to default off. I like it on because I don't want people jumping around in my face while I'm trying to play. Hurts with focus, so I decided to turn that off. My Aerospeed is going to surprise a lot of people. It is 1.95, not 2, not 1.9, 1.95. Not only is this considered extremely high and people think I am delusional because I decided to use that, it feels comfortable for me. The only reason I use it is because it feels more comfortable to me personally. I use C950 in Eterna, so I did 1.95 here, and it worked perfectly. Same thing with the arrow size, 0.9. I like smaller arrows. I don't like them too small, so I have them at 0.9. They're at 90% in Eterna, so I decided 0.9 was perfect for me. The next few things are going to make people either really happy to see or really angry to see. First of all, middle scroll. Definitely want to keep this on. Middle scroll puts the notes right in the middle, and they make it so it's in the middle of my screen. I don't have to worry about left or right, because what I had an issue with is if I did a bunch on the right, because I usually played on the right, I was really used to it. But when I went to the left, the screen went all the way over to the side, and I couldn't play as good, for whatever reason. Middle scroll fixes this issue, because I play Eterna with middle scroll, so this is the same thing. I have opponent arrows off. I hate opponent arrows. I get distracted easily, and them existing makes it really hard for me to focus. Dead set on what I was going to do. You know, if I'm playing, I don't want to glance over and see how the other person's doing because it'll put me off track. And it's happened to me a lot of times. It still happens to me to this day when I'm checking their points in the top left or right, depending. It gets bad. I have up scroll. I don't play down scroll. Playing down scroll is like me trying to ride a bicycle with 0 wheels. I can't do it whatsoever. It's almost impossible for me to learn because I've learned about DDR a lot when I was young. I knew what DDR was. It was always up scroll. Stepmania, up scroll. Turna, up scroll. I always used up scroll when I first started playing these games. If I started on Mania, Osu Mania, I'd probably, be using down scroll right now, but I don't. I can't. Again, my binds, ASK and L. They're separated enough on the keyboard. The only reason it's not AS, colon, and quotes is because my colon key, for some reason, started double inputs, which is kind of bad. You don't want that while you're doing a rhythm game. So I just changed it to K and L, and I have my chair allows me to fold my armrests inward, so my hands are at a V shape, and they're able to reach ASK and L perfectly. Last but not least, arrow offset. I have a decently good ping. I don't really need arrows to be offset at all. I keep this at 0 for most games that I play, 0 to 1, depending on how the game registers it. I think it's 1 in Adofi, but, you know, it's whatever. So those right there are my, you know, settings. So what I'm going to do is, again, those are just the settings that I use. Hopefully that helps you. I could make a video on controller, but it's basically the same thing, except ASKNL is XAYB. Alrighty. So, I'm going to play a song like Foolhardy. I'm going to play this song, and I'm not going to do the best, but, you know, you're going to see. I use ASKNL, and I'll show you, again, it takes practice. You're obviously not going to be really good the first time you try. And that's the misconception with my controller video. People watch it and they're like, oh my gosh, how do you get so good? Again, I don't really think I'm that good. Compared to really good players, I'm not good at all. But the only thing is, I don't really have good suggestions because all I did was I played for months. I've been playing this game, not this specific one, but just Mania-based rhythm games in general. I've been playing them for at least 3 to 4 months. And, again, I just messed up there. A lot of people won't if they're better than me. Obviously. And the thing is, it's just practice. I cannot stress it enough. You cannot just get good from online tips. It's just practice. That's all it is. Another interesting thing is people ask me how long I'd been playing controller. By the time I had posted my controller video, I had been playing on controller for a total of 1 hour. All the skill had come from previous months of playing Eterna and Stepmania. And again, when I made my controller layout, I have it so my fingers are relatively straight across to mimic my ASKNL as closely as possible. The only reason is because it is more comfortable to play than DDR layout, which is a plus pattern. So yeah, how I got so good on controller beats me. I was doing, again, if you were able to hear my reactions, it was quite faint, but I was surprised that I had hit most of Madness. Obviously, at the time, I wasn't the best at Madness. I'm able to almost FC it now with, like 2 to 4 misses. Maybe 6 to 10 on a bad day, but at the time, I wasn't the best, so my reaction was genuine that I didn't know how I was doing it, because I had been playing on controller for literally an hour. So yeah, I hope this video helped you somewhat. I can't really make tips and tricks. Again, what I would suggest is getting other rhythm games, not just this game, because this game might be good for teaching you these specific songs, but if you get a game like Eterna, which is completely free by the way, it teaches you so many different types of patterns. And I play stuff like 12s and 13s, maybe even the occasional 14 in that game. So, considering I'm able to hit most of this stuff, I didn't learn it here. I couldn't do this song anyways, because you have to learn the song. You can't just, like, be good at the game right when you come in. If you learn the song, you'll obviously be better, but learning those separate patterns in different games definitely helps. I didn't do the best on that play at the very end, but yeah, I'll do one more. I'll do Madness, because Madness is fun. But again, if you install Eterna, download a bunch of packs, there are different videos that'll even explain, hey, this map focuses on jump streams or jackhammers. Jackhammers is basically what you'd see in Versus Mat. All those what people call spam is a jackhammer, so it'll help you learn. And again, playing all those other games will get you good at this game. And in this game, I played Ballistic a ton, which got me good at jackhammers in Eterna, which is a good trade-off. And jackhammers are my strongest suit in Eterna now. There's a 4-miss for you. But yeah. Hope the video was informational enough for you. Again, contact me through the comment section, especially. If you really need tips and tricks on this game, I can make a video on how I practice and how I play Eterna, and I can hop between the games and show you. But, again, it's not really the best decision to try and take tips off of a YouTuber or someone who makes content. They might be good at it because they put a lot of time into it, like I have. But you can't just go into it getting good straight off the bat. You have to put practice in. So yeah, those are my binds. That's just how I play. Those are my settings, and I hope that helps some of you. Yeah.